What is going on, everybody? Welcome for the first time or back to another DLJ Works video. And today, what I actually want to touch on, I had a desire to help out those who are very beginning in this profession, the web design profession. And even if you're a seasoned vet, I think this video you'll find to be very helpful. Web design career phases. And this actually is coming from me sharing my personal trajectory into this profession and figuring out what my next move was going to be. What do I need to do in order to get better? Project-based learning, picking up the skill sets dictated by projects, and so many other things. But I condensed this down into 4 steps to try to keep this video short and to hit on some key points. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. All right, phase 1 is actually learn, practice, and document. When I actually went to DeVry during that time and I was learning pretty much everything about Adobe and some web design principles, web graphic design principles, I was given a lot of projects during my school time. And even still, I even created and made up my own projects based on the suggestions of YouTubers such as Mike Locke and Adam Corey and many others. And this really helped me to hone my skill set in the way that I needed to become more proficient for people that I took on projects for when I went out to freelance on the side. In addition to teaching full time, this is what I actually did. I spent a lot of time actually reading books such as I'm trying to actually think what you call it. We'll just say a lot of jQuery, HTML5, CSS, JavaScript textbooks, and trying to learn my craft that way in an offline manner. Because for me, what I actually do, the way that I learn, I can actually learn offline, read, understand some concepts, and then when I actually come back to the laptop, I try to execute those concepts within practice. And in addition to those programming, those coding books, also visual design books, color theory, everything else. So all these things actually helped out a lot. In the notes that I've actually taken here, which I've already mentioned, take on pretend or real projects to get profound at select coding languages. So, of course, I start off with HTML5 and CSS, and I've actually only used JavaScript and jQuery on an as-needed basis. So my main skill set is going to be layout, format, making sure things look good, information is very accessible, wireframing, application usage. So more UI, UX, areas, capabilities was more my field of expertise with some front end, back end type of activity whenever I need to, like maybe using some simple jQuery script to remove some footer information off of a WordPress theme, what have you. So that's it is very light work when it comes to that. So I found my lane and I try to stay in it right now. Do projects for free unless you are proficient on sales, legal, business side of things. And when you're doing free projects, now that's actually a preference. I prefer to do free projects because I didn't want anybody to hold me accountable when I really didn't feel confident in taking somebody's money and I wasn't able to deliver the goods in a timely manner in the way that I needed to, because I didn't really feel strong in my capabilities as a web designer earlier in my career. Now I'm very more proficient after years of practice and taking on some projects one by one and learning my clients and learning how to write up contracts and figure out a system that will work well for me. So that's really what I can advocate for, is that you have to start developing systems if you're going into the freelance arena. Figuring out if you want to get an LLC. I actually got my DLJ Works logo, my DLJ Works name trademarked back in 2016. Oh, excuse me, my voice just cracked there. And that really pays off. Those are the things you want to actually take care of in the midst of you trying to become proficient at web design and starting this career. You have to be concerned about those things. Document your process with screencasts and software for others to see your code and help them to help you. This is something I wish I actually started doing in the very beginning. Just going with the Doc Emmett Brown, having a video cable. If you ever watch Back to the Future, you may know the reference that I'm going at, but him taking a camcorder and recording how he was working on the time DeLorean and the flux capacitor. And that's what I would encourage every web designer and even developer to actually do, is to document your process and actually show people how you're actually building these projects. The end result is fine. It's great. But if you can actually express with some great intelligence and simplify what your process is so somebody can understand it, that'll make you even more valuable in terms of this arena. And you can actually use YouTube channels, maybe not so much to just have a channel in a traditional sense, but you can use it as a career tool, marketing tool for your business. And even if you're not even trying to have a business, just your career pathway, so people can actually see that you have a certain level of expertise that's beyond their comprehension. And that's what that helps out at. And that, I'm late in the game, but it's better to start now than to never start at all. So I definitely am preaching, spreading this gospel of documenting your process, getting some screencast software just like I got here. And this is Screencast-O-Matic that I actually use in terms of me being able to record my screen and show people and explain what I'm actually doing. I'll leave a link in the description for that. It will be an affiliate link. So, but I'm Screencast-O-Matic, $18 for a whole year. You get a whole plethora of things just with them. So shameless plug there. But definitely you want to find a way to record your process and be able to show that to other people.
Screen recording is an invaluable tool for a programmer, content creator, teacher, and many professions. When I need to record GIF and YouTube video clips, document my coding process, and develop tutorials for my students, or do play-by-play commentary, I use Screencast-O-Matic. For $18 a year, you can take advantage of using Screencast-O-Matic's many features, from their simple yet deep video editor to storing your videos on their server and retrieve them with the utmost of ease. Let your thoughts and expertise be heard over the best content for your audience with Screencast-O-Matic today, right now.
Phase 2. Pick up real projects and then learn the business side. We kind of spoke on this even more in phase 1, but now you're getting into the practical way of things. Now you're going from actually practicing to a more practical way. You're applying what you've learned in a practicing stage now. Now you've taken the time to get a trademark, maybe even get an LLC. You're starting to pick up clients. You're starting to build these relationships with people. You're starting to actually network. And when I say network, I'm not talking about going to events. You're having conversations on your day-to-day with people, and you're asking the right questions to see what their needs are. And I run into people all the time when I actually tell them now I'm a web designer, that they need a website, they need a web presence, and my name is starting to get out there even more. So using a YouTube channel like I'm doing now to do so is also helping me out immensely, because now I'm getting people asking me questions in regards to certain platforms and how to actually build this structure up, et cetera, et cetera. And this is also, I also use my YouTube channel too in terms of my interview process with my current employer. Now, if you watch the tech lead, he actually, according to what he said, he got fired from Facebook because of his YouTube channel. But I mean, a lot of his content on there is pure entertainment. It's informational. It's infotainment. That's what it is. And it's very little code and documentation that's going on right there to actually showcase what he learns, you know, and what he knows. And I guess he saved all that expertise to promote his product, Algo Pro or Algo Expert, whatever you want to call it. But I'm telling you, if you actually save your videos and you can keep them unlisted, when it's time for you to get hired and go through the process, go ahead and show them, have some sort of video hosted platform. It doesn't have to be YouTube, where you can showcase what you actually know to your potential employers, and that'll also be another valuable tool in your hiring process. Phase 3 is then you want to find employment to enjoy resources the company provides that you do not have to pay for. Now, phase 3 may actually sound contradictory to phase 2, because that's encouraging you to actually build your own business. But in the meantime, and when I'm saying build your own business, really, I guess I should say more so freelancing. You're freelancing, but you're actually taking some entrepreneurial practices to gain clients and that sort of thing. And you actually reach this crossroads. You're either getting enough clients to where you don't have to get employment, and your freelancing is actually sustaining you from a solopreneur standpoint, or you're not getting enough clients at all and you need some stable form of employment with insurance, some form of job security by a company. And really, the job security is actually not going to come from the company. It's going to come into your skill set and what you're able to produce. And that's what I'm actually going to get into phase 4, which you need to start building in phase 4, you need to then, even if you are employed on the side, you need to have your own products. You need to really start developing your own service, because your job security is going to come in your ability to save money, your ability to budget, your ability to continue to get better, develop, whatever that entails in terms of maybe going to some web design seminars, still continuing your education and courses once a year, maybe 3 times a year, whatever is good for your learning phase in that regard. That's what it's going to be. You have to start incorporating these entrepreneurial things, even if you are employed. Even though I'm working with a science company right now and I'm building that business's web design side because they wanted to build a web design and marketing aspect, I'm content with that, but I'm always moving forward. Even right now I'm developing a clothing store. I'm developing an apparel store here as we speak, where I'm going to take my graphic design, my Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator skills. I'm going to be creating unique designs that will appeal to a certain niche audience, and that will be another income producer for my family and myself. But it's also going to have some digital, products on here as well. Maybe some informational products that'll help out. Who knows? Videos we'll continue to see. So, clicked on the wrong thing. But yeah, so starting your own business, creating products, courses, membership sites, etc. Phase 2 focuses more on client services, trading time for money. This phase is about front loading time, investing into converting your experience into products that will help everyone else. This will formulate passive income for yourself, not having to deal with clients. And eventually, at the end of the day, I am hoping that you are able to, you have enough experience and enough knowledge that you're able to parlay your wisdom and be able to productize it and develop a passive income stream to where you're not working so much, and then you're at a point now to where you're either choosing to work because you really love what you do and you can't see yourself stopping it, or you just want to create products, start building up a passive income stream, saving up that money, and just having the freedom to make choices. I'm not even gonna say that you're gonna kick your feet up on the beach and just sip Mai Tais, because I've heard that lifestyle isn't as appealing as it actually sounds. And really, for me, I really just want to get to the point to where I don't have to wake up in the morning mandatorily punching an alarm clock to be somewhere. I've had that desire since 2007, and it's just finding the right vehicle, finding the right lane to be in order to accomplish that. And I think being a web designer and developer, you're in a unique situation because you are the mason. You're basically in digital masonry, to where you are the builder of what becomes on the internet. If you combine that with business expertise, product knowledge, how to market, a plethora of other sales skill sets, I think you'll be unstoppable. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. A little over 12 minutes. Hey, I hope I provided enough value and enough information in order for you to kind of have a plan and where you can actually take your web design skills and profession in the next direction. DLJ Works. Make sure to watch this next video over here or over here, wherever I put it. And I'll see you in the next one. God bless you.